What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Z Podcast. When I say P, I mean profit. When I say S, I mean Sia. You dig it what I'm saying, baby? Now let's keep it moving. Follow the fun, shorty. You dig it? Bienvenue in Podcast Z, man. And today we're going to talk about divine masculine and divine feminine. How well are you in tune with your masculinity? How well are you in tune with your femininity? A lot of these females, I'm speaking for the guys right now. A lot of these females be having masculine spirits behind them because they don't work on their femininity. When you're dealing with a divine counterpart, they're going to be divine masculine. Whether you're a female dealing with a man or you're a man dealing with a female, they're going to be divine feminine. Nobody who is not healthy in their masculinity or femininity needs to be in a relationship. Because when you're in a relationship with a person where your masculinity or femininity, because we all have masculine and feminine within us. But if you with a person and they only work on a masculinity, like going to work, getting money, that's all masculine traits. But how well are you? If you a female, can you make a bubble bath for a nigga? Do you know how to feed a man? Do you know how to emotionally be there for that man? Every man is different. Some guys need emotional support. Some guys need mental support. Some guys need financial support. But if you're dealing with a dude who just needs you to be feminine, then your job as a woman is to work on being feminine. Nothing else, nothing more. If you're a man and you're dealing with a woman who needs you to be masculine, then your job is to be masculine. Nothing else, nothing more. If you're a dude and you don't know how to be masculine with a woman, you're not providing a place to stay for her. You're not helping her out with transportation. You're not available when she needs you. Imagine you being a man and you're not available when she needs you. You're not really that healthy in your masculinity if you're never available for a woman when she needs you the most. You as a female, you're not healthy in your femininity if you don't know how to emotionally validate that man. You're trying to give that man breadcrumbs and you're trying to make that man be okay with what you're giving him, and he literally needs emotions and you're depriving him from emotional deprivation. You're emotionally depriving this man because you are not giving him your emotions, because you either are unhealthy in your femininity or you don't know how to validate somebody. And if you don't know how to validate somebody, you need to communicate that. And a lot of times, man and woman, don't get it twisted. People know what they're doing. People know exactly what they're doing. They do it on purpose. They do it with intention or subconsciously. And it's better for you as an individual to let people do what they want to do than to try to control somebody. So if you a man, right, and you got your own place to stay, and you got your own car, and you don't want to deal with a female who's literally leeching off of you. She's trying to suck up your energy. She's trying to stay in your place to stay. She's trying to use your car. She's trying to use everything that you got to offer, and she's just sucking it up. She's sucking it all up, and she's not giving no emotions. You need to cut her off. If you a man with your own place to stay, your own car, and you do not need a woman to do anything masculine in your life, all you need is a woman to be feminine in your life, then you need to let her go, bruh, because she gonna have you feeling drained. You a man with more to you're on a different level. If you're a man with your own place to stay in your own car, you're not on a level as a man who you're not on the same level as a man who out here on the streets with a book bag. A man who out here on the streets with a book bag and a suitcase, you're not on that level. You're on a different level. You're on a higher level. So with that being said, you either need to be with a female who's going to match your level and not bring you down, or you need to be with a female who's willing to make a change in her life. She's telling you that she's changing in her life. She's telling you that she's making a difference in her life. You should be listening to somebody who values what you have to bring to the table, because they're going to be willing to meet you halfway. You should not be around nobody who doesn't give a fuck about you and they only care about what they care about. That's not a win-win situation. A lot of y'all be in lose-lose situations because you intentionally put yourself around a person who don't care about what you care about. They don't got no interest. They don't ask no questions. They don't want to try to figure out how to meet your needs. As a woman, you should be with a man who wants to figure out how to meet your needs. You should, as a woman, you should be with a man who care enough about what you want or need. It's a lot of dudes out here who will not even ask you what you need. They don't give a fuck what you need. They don't care what you need. So if you're going to deal with if you're a female and you're going to deal with a man who actually cares about what you need. Every man ain't going to care about what you need. Every man is not going to want to ask you what you need. Every man is not going to show up for you. Every man not going to show up for you. I be talking to some guys, right? Some guys be telling me that they okay with ditching a female. They okay with kicking her to the curb. They okay with leaving her out on the streets. It's a lot of dudes with a grimy mindset out here. They once they get what they want, they will be grimy and slime you out. And any females that's listening to this right now, you need to be aware of that. You need to be aware of how a dude is carrying himself around you. A dude who give a fuck about you is going to have interest into you. A dude who give a fuck about you is going to want to know what you need so he can try to help you. If you're gonna deal with the man, at least deal with the man who gives a fuck about you. Don't deal with the man who don't give a fuck about you, and then you want to tell the world that he was gay or something. No, you got played, and because you got played, you are now upset about it. But you don't have to go through that if you don't pick a nigga who gonna play you. You don't have to pick a man who's intentionally gonna play you. You can pick a man who has your best interest at heart, and sometimes that's gonna look different than what you normally pick. You always picking these same kind of niggas, and you're always picking these same kind of men, and you wondering why you still in the same situation with men. You not picking different kind of men. You picking the same men. You're not picking a man who's about discipline. You're not picking a man who's about faith and meditation and practice, spiritual practices. If you're gonna deal with anybody, man or woman, deal with somebody who has spiritual practices. They spiritually practice something every fucking day. Every day I meditate. Every day I meditate. I'm not lying to y'all. Every day on my soul, I meditate. Every night on my soul, I meditate. And that is a fact. So any woman that deals with me, she knows I'm gonna have her best interests because I care about having my own best interests. So anybody who has spiritual practices to keep themselves grounded and to keep themselves spiritually in tune, you should try to gravitate towards those kind of people, because those kind of people are more in tune with their masculinity and their femininity. Everybody ain't in tune with their masculinity and femininity. If you gonna be a female dealing with a man, he better be working on his masculinity and you better be working on your femininity. If you gonna be a man dealing with a woman, you better be working on your masculinity and she better be working on her femininity. It should be nothing else. It should be nothing else to be said after that. You as a woman, you as a woman with a vagina between your legs, you should be working on your femininity every day for the rest of your life. Every day for the rest of your life, you should be working on your femininity. You as a man with dick and balls, every day for the rest of your life, you should be working on your masculinity. You should be working on your body, your physical health, your mental health. You should be working on your discipline. You should be working on your exercising. You should be working on all of that as a man. A woman, she might get a pass. She might not got to work out like that. You know what I mean? She might not got to do the extreme that a man has to do. But as a man, you should have no excuse, because as a man, without discipline, what are you? I very much know what it means to be a man, because I've been doing this since I jumped off the porch at a young age. So I know what it takes to be a man. It should be no excuse as a man that you're not where you want to be in life. If you're 24, 25 years old and up, and you're still talking about where you're not at in life, you got nobody to blame but yourself. You can't blame nobody but yourself if you're not where you want to be and you're 24 years old and up. As a man or as a woman, there should be no way in hell that you're still in the same position 3 years ago, 4 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I was in a position for 4 years straight, and guess what I was doing in a position for 4 years straight? Spiritual practices, meditating, fasting, reading the Quran, reading books on how to change my mindset, learning about finances so I can better manage my finances. You know what I mean? These are things that I'm doing to work on my masculinity, so that way when I get with a female, she's going to already have the femininity. If I'm a man, right? If I'm a man and I continue to work on my masculinity right now, I'm going to attract a female who's already in tune with her femininity, because I've been working on my masculinity for almost 5+ years now. I have not stopped working on my masculinity. It's people who know me back in 2022, and they can vouch that I've been working on my masculinity all the way till now. You as a man, what are you doing if you're not working on your masculinity? You must be gay. You as a man, you must be secretly gay if you're not working on your masculinity. Any man who is not working on his masculinity is gay. Because why are you not trying to build your body? Why are you not trying to build your mind? Why are you not trying to get a bigger bag? As a man, why are you not, like, I went to the gun range so I can go get me a bigger bag. Me as a man, I'm working on my masculinity so that way I can attract a female who is in tune and who has a healthy femininity. Because I'm not trying to settle for less by getting with somebody who can take on the extra baggage for me. Me as a man, I'm not getting with a partner so that way she can take on the extra baggage for me, because I've been working on my masculinity all this time. And I've been working on my femininity too. I've been working on my femininity so I can validate a woman better, so I can comfort a woman better. Any woman that comes over to my place to stay, they get taken care of on an emotional level. So I'm not just working on my masculinity, I'm working on my femininity too. So as a man, it's actually a flex. It's more of a flex to be in tune with your feminine and your masculine. But don't be like these niggas out here who not working on a masculine and they only working on a feminine. Because if you a man and you only working on your feminine and not your masculine, you might be gay. Because why are you just worrying about your emotions? Why are you just trying to validate your emotions, and you got real problems out here that you need to solve as a man? You know what I mean? Anytime a problem got put in front of my face, anytime a problem got put in front of my face, I dealt with it accordingly as a man. I didn't try to run from my problems. I didn't become an avoidant. I didn't try to become an avoidant attachment and then try to run from my problems. I don't do that. I face my problems head on as a man. Woman, you as a woman, if you're going to deal with your life and you're going to work on your femininity, make sure you work on your masculine too. Make sure you work on letting go and knowing when to submit. A lot of women nowadays don't know when to submit, or they're dealing with a man where they want to try to bully him. You know, like I notice out here that it's a lot of females with masculine spirits, and they try to bully the man. They try to be the man. You are not the man. You cannot be the man. You are not working on your masculinity for 4 or 5+ years straight. If you're a female and all you've been doing is working on your masculinity and never your femininity, you might be gay. You might be bisexual. Because you as a female, it shouldn't be no way in hell that you've been working on your masculinity for 4 years straight and you did not think to work on your femininity. You might be gay. Because you as a female, you're hardwired to be feminine. That is your hardwired programming. You was born with a coochie for a reason. So that means you need to work on your femininity more than you work on your masculinity. Because if you work on your masculinity more than you work on your femininity, what's going to happen is you're going to get a masculine female. You're going to get a female who, in her mind, she thinks she's masculine. So she's going to behave that way. A lot of times with studs and dykes or bisexual women, it's a mindset. They have to think that they're masculine. Every time a female thinks that she's masculine, she is not working on her femininity. She is working on her masculinity when she says that. When she says, I'm masculine, she's working on her masculinity. She is not working on her femininity. You as a man, you should not want no woman who's been working on her masculinity for 4+ years straight, because that means she's gay. She's not working on her femininity enough. She's not thinking about her femininity enough. You as a woman, you should be more concerned with your femininity than you are concerned with your masculinity. And if you have not met a dude who is working on his masculinity, then you need to stay single. Because you're trying to, it's no point in you trying to get with the dude who you think you're more masculine than. It's no point of you trying to get with a dude who you think you're more masculine than. That's backwards. If you think you're more masculine than this man, then all that means is you think that your masculinity can bulldoze him over. That's all you think. You think that your masculinity can knock this man out the way, or can bitch him into a certain position, or can make him be small. Make him whatever you think in your head, right? Whenever a woman talks about I'm more masculine, I'm masculine, I'm masculine, all she's saying is I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay, and I do not care about working on my femininity. That's all she's saying. And if you're a man and you're still choosing to deal with that, you need to run. You need to block her off. You need to cut her off. You need to run from her, because all you're doing is signing up for hell. You're signing up to deal with a woman who does not care about her femininity. And that's how you know she's gay or not. That's how you know if she's bisexual or not. That's how you know her sexuality, because all she's talking about is being masculine. There is enough woman out here in the sea for you to be with a woman who's working on her femininity. Like I said, I've been meditating for 4 years straight, every day, every night, for nonstop. Every day, I might not say every night, but every day for 4 years straight, I've been meditating so I can work on my masculinity. So the more I work on my masculinity, I'm going to attract a female who's feminine. The more I work on my masculinity, I'm going to attract a female who's feminine. And if you're with a partner where y'all both have a fucked up masculinity and y'all both have a fucked up femininity, then y'all both better be praying and fasting and meditating so that way y'all both can heal. Either y'all both are healing or y'all don't need to be together. If y'all not both working on y'all masculinity and femininity, then y'all don't need to be together, because y'all are literally just chaos. You're just chaos. You're a dude who's DL because you're not working on your masculinity, and she's a female who's DL because she's not working on her femininity. Y'all got two gay people who's trying to date each other, and they don't even really like each other, and they don't really like the same sex because they don't work on their femininity and masculinity. And now y'all over here trying to project onto each other about insecurities. That it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Your best bet as a man, if you're working on your masculinity and she is not working on her femininity, cut her off. Cut her off. If she is not working on her femininity, cut her off. If she is not working on being more feminine, cut her off. If you're a female and you're dealing with a dude and he is not working on being more masculine, cut him off. And if you're a female dealing with a dude and he's not trying to get a bigger bag, cut him off. If you're a female dealing with a dude and he ain't got no purpose, he ain't got no business, he ain't got no dreams and aspirations, cut him off. Cut him off. It's no point. If I'm a man and I'm dealing with a female who does not want to be more feminine and she wants to be more masculine, cut her off. Cut her off. Cut her off. Stop dealing with her. Cut him off. Stop dealing with him. If you think this man is gay, why are you dealing with him? Cut him off. He doesn't like women. Cut him off. He doesn't want to be in a relationship with a woman. Cut him off. What we don't need to entertain these kind of conversations anymore. Just cut them off. It should be no way in hell you're dealing with somebody who does not want to work on their femininity as a man. You as a man, you should want to be with a woman who wants to be feminine. If you're dealing with a woman who doesn't want to be feminine, you might be gay, bro. Because why are you attracted to that? Why are you attracted to masculine women? Why are you as a man attracted to masculine women? That's gay. Because if you're dealing with a woman who's acting like a man, you might want to question your sexuality, because why the fuck are you attracted to this? Why are you attracted to this? Why are you attracted to an avoidant female? She's avoidant. She's not there for you when you need her. She much rather avoid you. She much rather not give you any emotions. Cut her off. Why are you dealing with that? Cut her off. Go get you a female who wants to be available for you, bitch. It's a lot of women out here who want to be available for you. Why you think you don't have options and you think you need to pick this girl? No, you don't, bro. No, you don't, bro. She gonna act right with the right man. I'm telling you, bro. She's gonna act right with the right man. She just doesn't want to act right with you because she thinks she's more masculine than you. That's all that is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's all that is. She doesn't want to act right with you because she thinks she's more masculine. So cut her off. Show that girl who's more masculine by cutting her off. That's all you got to do. Cut her off and put her in her place by cutting her off and leaving her alone. I bet you she gonna feel that shit. Better yet, if she's staying with you, kick her out. I bet you she gonna feel that shit then. I bet you she ain't gonna be like, oh, I'm more masculine. No, as soon as you cut a bitch off, I bet you she ain't gonna feel like she more masculine. Soon as you kick her out of your apartment, I bet you she ain't gonna feel like she more masculine. I bet you she ain't. You gotta put your foot down, because a lot of these times, these women out here be trying to make it seem like they more masculine. If you're a female dealing with a dude, what's up, pretty shit? What's up? If you're a female dealing with a dude, these dudes be more feminine than you. These niggas be more feminine than you. You gotta cut these niggas off. Why are you dealing with a nigga who in the closet? These niggas be in the closet and they be more feminine than you. This nigga ain't got no place to stay. He ain't got no car. He ain't got no job. He ain't got nothing to his fucking name. Why are you dealing with a man like that? Why would you want to talk to a man with no job? Why would you want to be living with a man who cannot provide for you and him? I understand. I understand if you're dealing with a man who at least got a job. Or I understand if you're dealing with a man who at least got a place to stay, right? But for y'all females to be dealing with these niggas who is gay, you must want a gay best friend. That's what you want. You must want a gay best friend. Because a lot of these females who deal with these men out here who are not really men, they don't got no job, they don't got no house, they don't got no car, they ain't got nothing to his name. You must want a gay best friend. You as a female must want a gay best friend, because what in the fuck, why would you even want to deal with a man who's not masculine? Why in your right mind dealing with a man who's not masculine is attractive to you? That should not be attractive to you, because that means you want a gay best friend. You want a nigga who don't got masculinity in him. You want a gay best friend who don't got no real masculinity inside of him. That's what you want for real. Because any masculine man, any heterosexual man who is straight, he's gonna have some kind of masculinity in him. I don't care what you say. He gonna have some masculinity in him where he gonna want to put his foot down on your ass. And if you don't like that, then you might be gay. Because any female who likes a masculine man is going to be happy to get instructed. It's going to be happy to get discipline. It's going to be happy to get instructions. Because women need to celebrate masculine men more often. Masculine men don't get celebrated. Gay men get more celebrated than a masculine man would. It's an attack. This shit is a government attack. The government is trying to have people attack straight men. It's an attack. So what team are you on? If you're a female, are you on the team of attacking straight men? Or are you on the team of supporting gay men? What team are you on? Do you support gay men? Do you support gay men more than you support straight men? What team are you playing for? If you're a female and you want to get married, you need to be supporting the straight men, not the gay ones. You don't need to support the gay ones. They don't need it. Gay men don't need support from women. They're gay. They're gay. They don't need support from women. They're gay. The men who need support from women the most is the straight men. Those are the men who needs the most support from women. The woman who needs the most support from men are the woman who wants to be feminine. I will get shot. I would take a bullet for a female. I would take a bullet for a female who wants to be feminine before I take a bullet for a female who wants to be masculine. If a female wants to be masculine, I'll let her get shot. I ain't gonna lie. I'll let her ass get shot at. I'll let her ass get a bullet in her ass. I don't give a fuck about her. But the female that wants to be feminine, I would take a bullet for her. I'm not taking no bullet for no female who wants to be masculine. Let somebody shoot. Let somebody throw something at her. Let somebody try to swing at her. Let somebody try to shoot her, and she wants to be masculine. I'm gonna let them do it. I don't care. She wants to be masculine, so let her take all the consequences that comes with the shit. When you want to be masculine, you better be ready to take all the consequences that come with that shit. If you a female and you want to be feminine, where are you at? Because I'll take a bullet for you. I'll take an ass whooping for you. I'll knock a nigga out for you. I will put my hands on a nigga for you. But if you a female and you want to be masculine, I don't give a fuck about you. I'll let a nigga rob you. I'll let a nigga do whatever to you because you want to be masculine. You want to be masculine? All right, you better. I'm gonna tell y'all a real story. I got robbed before. That's some masculine shit. If a female is screaming that she masculine, all right. If somebody was to rob you, and take shit from you, I would let it happen because you're a female who wants to be masculine. So you're gonna have to get masculine experiences. That's what you want, right? You want to be masculine, so you better be prepared for masculine experiences. Niggas is gonna throw shit at you. Niggas is gonna try to rob you. Niggas is gonna try to harm you. And if you want to be masculine, fine, be masculine. And you better be prepared for shit like that to happen to you. You better be prepared. But if you a female and you want to be feminine, where are you at? I will take a bullet for you. I'll take an ass whooping for you. I'll take getting robbed for you. I will rob. If you're a female who wants to be feminine, I would tell them to rob me first before they try to rob you, because you are actually somebody to care for. You care for the right team. You're on the right team. You're playing for the right team. You actually care about men. Any woman who care about men, I will take a bullet for them. Any woman who care about men, I will take an ass whooping for you. Any woman who don't give a fuck about men, fuck you. Go get robbed. Go get shot at. I don't care about you. You don't care about men, so why should I care about you? You know what I mean? So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end this podcast. Y'all have a good one. I gave y'all a longer podcast than expected. But with that being said, I'm out.